What's up, everybody? We back again with another video. It's been 6 months since the authority been active. Now that once you cross that 6-month mark, you start getting a little bit more, better paying brokers and stuff like that. For example, if you take a look at the load board, you know how in recent videos I talk about how the rates are down and stuff like that. Most of them that have pretty good, decent rates, they want your authority to have at least been 6 months active, and you start getting into some of the better paying loads and so on and so forth. I have seen someone ask me for at least a year, but those are the ones that you don't really see on a load board anyway that often. Now, the ones that you see on the load board real often, it kind of means that they have a lot of freight that they need to move, even if it's not going to the areas that you want to go in. If you know me and you've been following the channel, you know that I only run maybe Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, maybe North Carolina, but for the most part, and if you see the camera shaking and stuff like that, it's because I'm actually getting unloaded as we speak. So I decided to take this little quick second to put this video out on an update, right? So throughout the 6 months, all I've been doing was working with this broker, that broker, this broker, that broker, to be able to, get the loads going into the area that I wanted, because not one broker had consistent freight going from Georgia to Florida or Georgia to South Carolina. So what that led me to do was be on the load board looking for a load going in particular specific areas, and then it always be with somebody different. So I ended up having to put in a carrier packet with this broker, put in a carrier packet with this broker to get over here, and so on and so forth. And that was very, very time consuming just to be able to run with all these different people, because I have to pick that one load with that one particular broker going to where I want to go. A lot of work basically, but I'm up to like maybe 45, 50 different brokers that I pull loads for on any given time. So anytime I see a load and it's already somebody that I'm on board with on the load board, then it's real easy if you're already with them, because all you got to do is call them up and say, hey, I see you got a load you're trying to get from Savannah to Jacksonville. They go over the whole spiel, and if you're already on board with them, they just email you the rate card. That's it. The onboarding process is just a one-time thing that you got to get set up with the different brokers, whoever have that load at that particular moment. You get set up with them, and it's a one-time thing, and anytime you see them with another load, you can just call them up. They seen the rate card, it's your load, right? That being said, that takes me to my next thing, which is getting paid off of these loads. Now, also too, a lot of the big carriers like JB Hunt, Snyder, they all offer quick pay, because if you're not familiar with how it works, typically, to get paid on the invoice on a load that you ran can take up to 30, 45 days, right? So that's why we use factoring. And instead of having all your bank account information with all these 40 and 50 different brokers, right? You have a factoring company. My factoring company is the only one has my bank account information, and I have one other one. I have Uber. I deal with them directly because they pay on Wednesdays and Fridays. And then every other broker that I run with, I factor them no matter what. I don't care what it is. I will factor them because, you don't want your bank account information spread out through all these different companies, and you don't know how they pay, when they pay. I typically factor it, and I get paid the next day. So if you're an owner operator running under your own authority and you're looking for a factoring company, I have a direct contact to the factoring company that I use. And typically I don't even mention stuff like this, but I was with eCapital, had a bad experience because everything that I've dealt with ever since I started my authority was all, trial. I tried this and tried that, and I know that, eCapital and some of the other places, you might not know what you're getting into if you sign contracts with these people. Now, my factoring company that I use now, I don't have no fees, no ACH fees, no direct deposit fees, no processing fees. They just charge me a flat, and then I get the rest. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're interested in that, hit me up, email me, friends@imcomos.com. If you don't have my email already, it will be in the links in the description below. But they're good. They're good, and I can vouch for them because I've been using them, and I didn't want to say nothing about people who was asking me until I actually tried it for myself instead of giving you guys bad information. But what I can say about them is if I deliver a load, I send over the information by 10 a.m., it's in my account the next day. And all the information that I need to send is the rate confirmation. When I book the load, the broker send you the rate confirmation, right? And then when you pick up the load, you get the bill of lading. When you deliver the load, you get that signed. So all you have to do is submit the rate card, because it got the price of the load on what you're going to make on it, and then the bill of lading, so that's proof of delivery, you get paid. So it's just that simple. And I also have the fuel card with them as well, right? It's been a process, and you know, 6 months later, we're still out here, we're still rolling. I see you guys out there making videos, and it's a real tough time in the trucker community right now, because I'm seeing lease operators, owner operators, or whatever you want to call them, independent operators, going back company because, you know, it's tough out here, and you know, they're leased onto this person, leased onto that person, and you know, and we got big truck payments and stuff like that. And you know, it's like, is it really worth it to be paying this truck payment every month? You can't take a day off. Now that's the difference, you know, when that, I will say that is the difference when you're leasing your truck from the carrier that you run with. You can't take the day off, because if you do, they're going to take that payment anyway, and you're going to be in the negative, and then when you come back off break, you're going to have to run and get out of the negative. So that is a con, definitely a con, versus, you know, if you purchased your truck. You know, when you purchase your truck, you know, you at least have a month, right? You make your truck payment, you have a month, so you can go on vacation for a week, and you got time to run them loads to get, you know what I'm saying, to get that cash flow back up, to where, you know, you'll be straight when your payment come due. But if you're leasing and you paying $800 a week, that's going to be pretty tough. So that's what I'm seeing going on right now. I just want to say, you know, guys, keep your head up. You know, if going back company or whatever, like, I never ever had a problem driving company, you know. Never had a problem being a company driver. The only thing for me is, when it comes to the authority situation, is, like I said, it's your freedom. Like, I can go to work whenever I want to. If I don't want to go to work, it's just simple as not booking that day or the next day. I don't have to book a load and I'm off for the day, right? So it's just that simple. And this particular freedom comes at a cost. So it's all about your preference, what you want to do, how you're able to sustain and take care of your family. And for that reason, I want to tell everybody, you know, Merry Christmas, you know, Happy New Year's. I'm pretty sure you guys will see me again, but I want to go ahead and get that out there to you guys right now. Stay positive, keep your head up, and if you have to go back company, nothing negative about that. You know, you don't become less of a truck driver, you know, just because you have to do whatever you have to do to take care of your family. You know, I'll do it, anybody will do it, you know, because at the end of the day, it's about taking care of your family. And the difference between being leased on or running under your own authority or being a company driver, at the end of the day, it's all about the net income, how much money you're going to have in the bank after when it's all said and done. You know, authority, like I said, it just comes with the freedom to be able to be your own, do your own, book your own. And me personally, I don't have anybody helping me. I do everything on my own. I book my own loads. You know, I do all the back office paperwork, everything. I do it on my own. And I also have to drive the truck, deliver the loads, find new business, you know what I'm saying, make new relationships. I have to do it all on my own, because I get a lot of calls saying, hey, you got a truck, you know, available, which I'm only a one-man operation. At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. And as always, I really do appreciate you guys for watching my videos, all right? And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.